Week for equity markets last week. Certainly a big recovery around the world. Oil continues to trade lower, but really it's on the back of the numbers coming through now. Growth in the US was 3.5% in the third quarter. That's again a pretty strong number. And if you look at the equity market now, it really still seems set for further gains to be made as earnings are really backing up the equity valuations out there. It's quite interesting now, if you look at the US equity market, yes, it's had a huge rally from the lows of sort of 2009, but if you look compared with the highs of sort of 2007, we're only up around sort of 30%. Now, if you average that out over that time period, that's not a huge rally, so there still seems to be further expectations of up moves coming. Indeed, if you look at the market characteristics out there at the moment, okay, the Fed have taken away their asset buying program for now, but you still got pretty low rates in the US, you've still got pretty benign inflation, and say earnings really are still pushing through at quite a reasonable rate. So there's still further upside out there for US equity markets. And that should sort of follow through to the rest of the world. You've had the latest growth out of China was still a little bit better than anticipated. People have really been getting pretty down the Chinese growth numbers, but that came out a little bit better than expected. Also some encouraging numbers out of Europe as well. And here in New Zealand, you've seen the New Zealand dollar fall quite a bit. But again, some good numbers coming through on some of these earnings. Main freight was a pretty encouraging number, and that seems a pretty sort of bellwether stock for the New Zealand economy out there. Also, the marketplace, we've got the Orion Health. That's going to be a pretty interesting issue. There seems pretty good demand out there. Quite a wide sort of range for the share price at the moment. Indications are $4.30 to $5.70. There is no public pool. We have an allocation, so if you are interested in that, call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz. So to sort of summarise, you really just got to stick to the basics. So, it's quite interesting. A couple of weeks ago, when equity markets went a little bit of a sort of tailspin, a little bit of turmoil, sort of reported here that it was quite interesting. Most of the analysts and economists hadn't revised down their year-end expectations for US equity markets or global equity markets, and that had proved to be a pretty good call. As the markets sort of come back very strongly, and as I say, there still looks some pretty reasonable gains to be made going into year-end. So if you're interested in that Orion Health, call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz. We look forward to speaking to you soon.